Hey everybody, good afternoon. Came back because of some news trending from The Hollywood Reporter. Margot Kidder has died at the age of 69. Canadian-born actress who started making low-budget films in her home country of Canada in the 60s, and she paid her dues. But then in the start of the decade of the 70s, she finally started to find her way in Hollywood. Brian De Palma's Sisters, Black Christmas, and then she starred with the great Robert Redford in The Great Waldo Pepper. Still to this day, one of my favorite movies. But in 1978, she starred alongside the great Christopher Reeves. Christopher Reeves, I believe, was born to play Superman as she was Lois Lane. Never before has there been such chemistry on camera between those two. It was like they came to life, literally the way you expected them to be after many years of reading that DC comic. Listen, what Hollywood has done with these brands has been absolutely remarkable. Obviously, Marvel with Iron Man, the Avengers, and of course, DC Comics with Superman many years ago. To give you an idea how big that brand was back in the late 70s, when people like Marlon Brando, arguably the greatest actor of any generation, along with Gene Hackman, still to this day one of my favorites and an amazing talent as well, portrayed characters and evil villains in this brand that was Superman, I think it just goes to show all of us what was about to happen and is continuing to happen today. Everybody needs a superhero. She was more than a superhero on the screen. I believe for what she did dealing with her own personal problems made her even bigger than anything ever in Hollywood. And yes, she died way too soon and she went through a lot of tough times in her life, but let's face it, we all have our personal demons. That is the way life is. But her, as far as I'm concerned, everyone that knew her was touched by her kindness and, more importantly, her talent. She will always be remembered as Lois Lane, but today I wanted to take time to remember Margot Kidder because I don't think anybody in Hollywood or around the world, and of course right here in this country, should forget about what she did in her life. Tragic to see her die at such a young age, but her body of work, her resume, incredible. And that had nothing to do with Hollywood. Thank you for joining me, ladies and gentlemen, and have a great rest of your day. Good afternoon.